This is Zach with Virtual Guitar Lessons of Utah. And in today's video lesson, we're going to learn the basics of strumming. We're going to learn 4 to 5 strumming patterns that are all in 4/4 time. Now, we're not going to dive too much into what it means the music's in 4/4 time. We'll do a video on that later. But just know that almost all popular music is in 4/4 time. So it's going to feel very natural for you to start playing in 4/4 time. And the first strumming pattern we're going to start off with, let's pull it up over here. It's a quarter note strumming pattern. And when you look at the notation of the strumming pattern, you kind of see these funny upside down U's, and those represent down strums, okay? And you can see that we have a down strum above every number in that measure. So what that's trying to say is it's going to say something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And each time you strum, that represents a quarter note in that measure. And each time you start a measure over again, it starts again at 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, new measure, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's practice that most basic strumming pattern, and let's take it through the 3 major chords that we know in our G major key. So it's going to be G major chord, C major chord, and then D major chord. And let's play it 4 times, strum it 4 times G, 4 times C, 4 times D, and then come back to G 1 time. And I'm going to count to 4, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start. Okay, so make your G, start there, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Awesome. Great job. Now, if it's too much, getting the strumming connected with the chords is too much, you can always just rest your hand over here on the neck and mute the strings, and then strum the muted strings. That way you're just isolating that strumming and getting it down. Okay, well, let's take that strumming pattern to the next level, and let's do an 8th note strumming pattern. What that means is that there's going to be 8 strums in the same amount of time or in a measure. So basically we're going to be strumming 8 times instead of 4 times. And it's going to kind of sound something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. So let's go through the same pattern that we did, the same chords, G, C, and D. And let's do 1 measure for each chord just like we did before, but this time let's do the 8th note strumming pattern. So after I say count to 4 again, let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Awesome. Well, strumming is not only downstrokes, we also have upstrokes as well. So let's do the same pattern that we just did, an 8th note strumming pattern, and then let's alternate downstrokes and upstrokes. So it's going to look something like this. And if we were to count, it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. And let's take that again through our 3 major chords exactly like we did before. So let's start 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Awesome. So we learned a basic quarter note strumming pattern. We've learned 2 basic 8th note patterns. Now let's combine the 2. Let's do a pattern that has some quarter notes and some 8th notes. Okay, so let's pull up this one. This is a common beginner strumming pattern, and the way that this pattern goes is down, down, up, down, down. Okay, so we have 8th notes on 2 and the end of 2, and then down strokes on 1, 3, and 4. So the way this is going to sound, the strumming pattern is going to be down, down, up, down, down, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay. So let's take that strumming pattern and let's do exactly what we did before. Let's play through our 3 major chords in the major key of G and then back on G. Remember, the pattern is down, down, up, down, down. Okay. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Nice. So that's a good mashup of quarter and eighth notes in a strumming pattern. And let's do one more that is a mashup that has quarter notes and eighth notes. This is one of the first strumming patterns that I can remember learning as a guitar student. So here's a diagram over here. And the way this is going to sound is it's going to be down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, down. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. Down, down, up, up, down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay. So let's take that strumming pattern and let's put it through our 3 major chords in the major key of G. And then after 4, let's start. And remember, it's down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. Awesome. So what I'd like you to do, or how I'd like you to work with these, is I'd like you to take them and I'd like you to practice going through chord progressions, like we just did, that G, C, D, major key of G. Chord is a chord progression. I want you to take those and to experiment with them, playing through chord progressions. And there's a lot of different things that you can do to kind of experiment with those. Like if we take our basic 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and like right there I'm playing it very evenly, but I can change like how I accent or how I how much dynamics I have when I strum a certain note or a certain time. So what that might look like is, if I'm going to play with a little bit more expression in that down, up, down, up, down, up strumming pattern, it might look like this. Kind of see that I'm accenting different beats in that measure to make it more musical, just to add some dynamics. And as you play the songs, like there's going to be naturally, your strumming is going to fall into to a more musical type of strum, where you're accenting certain beats of the measure with how hard you strum or how soft you strum. Awesome. Well, that's today's video lesson on the basics of strumming, and we'll see you again soon.